Yo, what is up there, guys? At the Wiz, back at it again with another Kingdom Hearts discussion video right here, right now. So let's get right to it. All right, today I thought we'd talk about Sora and whether or not your boy will ever be named a Keyblade Master. We go ahead and do a checklist of our current masters. We have Aqua, who, you know, pops some bubbles and boom, Keyblade Master. Mickey Mouse, well, I mean, he's your boy Mickey Mouse, so of course he's going to be a Keyblade Master. Riku, who's kind of a teacher's pet at this point, but he did pass the Mark of Mastery exam, so of course he is a Keyblade Master. And then we have, of course, our hero, our saving grace, Sora, who is still not a Keyblade Master. Like, what's going on? What is it going to take for this man to be a Keyblade Master? And looking back at Sora's track record, your man has had many accomplishments, defeated countless villains, saved multiple worlds, not to mention each journey this guy goes on, he is always set back to level 1 and has to relearn all his abilities, and each time he's self-teaching himself, which is a pretty big feat on its own. And yet throughout everything this man has gone through, still not a Keyblade Master. Now, we all know Sora failed the Mark of Mastery test and Riku was appointed a Keyblade Master, but oddly enough, I'm sure that most of us would agree that Sora should be titled a Master. It's funny because he basically is, he totally has all the skills and utilities at his disposal, but he just doesn't have the damn degree showing like proof that, yep, you are actually titled a Keyblade Master. So it makes me wonder, will this just be an ongoing gag, kind of like how Naruto's Hokage, even though he never really passed the Chunin exams? I'm sure some people might not even really see that as a big deal, and I agree with you, but it's pretty frustrating when you have these other characters laughing and talking down to Sora like he's a noob. Like that whole scene in Yensid's tower where everyone was talking to each other, they were talking about how Mickey's a Keyblade Master, Riku's a Keyblade Master, and yet they poke fun of Sora saying he still needs work. Like, what? Do you not see what this boy has been doing over here? I don't know, I just find it really funny how these so-called masters are disrespecting Sora, yet you could argue that those guys were kind of useless, especially for a bunch of parts within Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, for example, in the Keyblade Graveyard, yo, you had 3 Keyblade Masters, Riku, Aqua, and Mickey, and those guys just kind of stood there. Aqua, I completely understand, but Riku and Mickey just sitting on the sidelines. Meanwhile, you have your boys Donald and Goofy pulling more weight, doing a lot more, and they're not even Keyblade wielders. So like, what the heck? Riku and Mickey had one job. They had one mission, which was to save Aqua, and I feel kind of bad because it would have been really satisfying if Riku and Mickey were able to save her. But nah, you gotta remember, they ain't the main character. Sora really just came in and took that opportunity from them. Although the way things were going, it was looking like Riku was gonna lose and Mickey was trapped, so the situation was looking pretty dire and hopeless. So not only did Sora show up Riku, but he even defeated Aqua, who is also a Keyblade Master, and I also figured out the power of waking by just being himself and believing with all his heart. See, Sora's that kind of guy that just learns things better on the fly, but maybe that's why Yensid doesn't really acknowledge Sora as a Keyblade Master, because when you think about it, Sora is kind of a loose cannon. Sora's that guy to literally kill himself if it means saving his friends. I would agree that those kind of stunts don't exactly scream like something like a master would kind of go ahead and do, but then hey, Ericus was about to kill his own student Ventus, so I can't really, you know, say too much about that. But now the way things are going, I think it's gonna be a while before we get back to playing as Sora. Well, at least one more game and then we'll probably get to play as Sora. But when we do get to play as Sora again, there definitely won't be any time to rest with this whole Yozora, Masters of Masters, and Foreteller situation we have going on. And I'm pretty sure Sora is gonna be reset to level 1 once again when he returns. So I'm hoping maybe at least one day Yensid will at least acknowledge Sora and say he is a Keyblade Master. I know technically in Dream Drop Distance he's like, hey, you guys are self-taught, which is pretty rare, and I'm sure you guys think you are Keyblade Masters, but realistically, nah, you didn't go through the process, you didn't do the proper paperwork over here. But heck, honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Kairi and Lee became Keyblade Masters before Sora. I don't know, I feel like Yensid could really just give him the title if he really wanted to. I mean, who says there's a certain way to be titled a Master? I mean, if you look at Yensid's way of doing it and Master Ericus's way of doing the test, they're two completely different things. I don't know, I feel like Yensid is just kind of dragging this out. Sora does have the power of waking clearly now, so I'm hoping that Jensen will once again acknowledge this and say, you know what, Sora, alright, you're a Keyblade master over here. But like I said, hey, maybe someone who's kind of reckless and a loose cannon like Sora isn't the most ideal person to be labeled a master. Dream Drop Distance clearly showed that Sora still has a little work to be done, seeing as how easily he kind of fell to the darkness over here. So I guess if you really want to be a master, you should have a good balance between dark and light. But hopefully after, you know, all this stuff that Sora went through in Kingdom Hearts 3, he will be more, you know, refined, because he will be his own individual. He doesn't have everyone's heart inside of him anymore, so he's free to be finally his own person in such a very, very long time. Everyone basically moved out of Sora's heart, which is pretty cool. Your man can actually breathe now. But who knows what it's gonna take? Maybe Sora's just gonna have to take another test to actually be titled a Keyblade Master, or maybe somebody else will give him the title, like one of the foretellers. I'm sure Sora's gonna bump into them for sure, but if any of the foretellers were to give him the title of Master, I feel like Lady Ava would be the one to do that. Well, that depends if she's still alive. We have no idea what's going on with her, but I'm holding out that she most likely is still alive. Or who knows, maybe the Masters of Masters himself will actually give Sora the title. Although that's going to be really interesting if Sora actually is the Masters of Masters, so he's giving himself the title. Well, if no one else won't give him the title, I guess he'll just have to do it himself. However, though, it's looking like at this point, no matter what Sora does, his problem is going to be that he just isn't going through the proper process. Like I said earlier, he has the skills, but no certificate showing proof that he actually does have the title of Keyblade Master. So yeah, guys, that is basically all I wanted to talk about in this video. Sora, everyone's saving grace, is still not a Keyblade Master. Hopefully one day that will change. I don't know how he'll be recognized as a Keyblade Master, whether it be from Sid, a different master entirely, or maybe he's just gonna take another test. So guys, what I want to know in the comment section below is, hey, what do you think? Do you think Sora will ever be titled a Keyblade Master, or is this just gonna be an ongoing shtick where he basically is one, but he just never gets appointed to one? That's gonna be kind of sad. So, you know, guys, if you like the video, make sure to give it a big, massive thumbs up, as that really helps me and the channel out quite immensely. If you aren't already, you can follow me on my other stuff such as Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. So until next time, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say bye, pal. We'll see you soon.